Hello everyone, this is going to be my first speed paint and genuine commentary, so I hope you guys would like it. A little disclaimer, I am 13, I might sound a little younger than I am. Anyways, we'll get back to the video. Now recently, art block has hit me so badly that I struggled to draw a pose. Not fun, but I went through it. The colors, hairstyle, and clothes were all decided by randomizers. I didn't have any screenshots of the randomizers because I was kind of on a call with my friend Koda and never had a second thought. And they wanted help with scripts and ideas for their own speed paint. But after a while, when I was in the call, I was like, how about I make my own speed paint too? So I did, as you can clearly see. The other characters you see were also made with the generator, but I decided I didn't want them because I wanted a clean persona that wouldn't be too hard to draw in like most of my commentary videos. The moth-like character you see is based off the drainfly, which is a fly but has a moth-like appearance. I put several arms since it's a bug, you know. To the right, I was going to plan on another character, but with a scarf. Sadly, I don't remember what species it was because my memory sucks, but that's okay because we're going to focus on this main persona, which looks pretty nice. Now, I know this persona does not look like me. I mean, like, not all personas look like their IRL self, but it has the same skin tone, slightly the same body shape, and personification of my personality. She can shift into a bee, not fully like half bee, half human, and she turns like a foot smaller when she's in her bee form, her original height being 5'3", and that means she would be 4'3" in her bee form. Her body shape does not change, obviously. He has fur on her neck, wings, and stinger, and the stingers are on her buttocks. I don't know what to call it without YouTube censoring. The generator said to give her curly hair that goes down to her waist, and to Koda's request, add space buttons. Her original clothing was supposed to be like a bikini and some shorts, but I wanted her vibe to be more like a lifeguard because she's optimistic, just like me, kind of. Sometimes she can be a little moody, but she believes despite her mood, she just wants to assist anyone. She does not take her job lightly, often going to the gym to get those very buff muscles of hers. I am not so good at drawing muscles, so I did my best. It failed miserably. Yes, I quite literally I dropped my skin tone on my hand to my OC because I didn't know how to eyeball my skin tone because it's kind of wonky, but maybe the lighting messed it up because when I put it on my OC, it made it a little dry colored. We'll talk more about this in like a few minutes ahead. What I'm doing here is outlining the edges of my art and going around areas that I want to keep space. Then I turn off my line art layer and bucket to all of the color. Oh yeah, and I also gave her a headband because I was like, I haven't given that to much of my characters because I always forgot headbands exists. I gave her a leg holster, not the pew-pew kind, but like the ones that are thigh bags because I know she's gonna be running around, helping kids, stuff. Inside the bag, there's band-aids, extra elastic for makeshift turquoise, and bandages. They're all in a Ziploc bag as well, so they don't get wet or attached with sand because I know she's gonna go into the beach water. I gave blush under her eyelid because what is life without blush? To me, style-wise, blush makes them look more human. I added shading to darken some areas, highlights to make them slightly pop, and I added a less saturated color because, like, to her beneath the shadings because it looks good. I have no idea what reflective light is, honestly. I'm just winging it, to be honest. But I guess that's the result of being a self-taught artist. I wanted to add like a bunch of streaks in her hair, but because there was not much going on with her clothing, so I added a few pops of color to her hair. It's actually based on my favorite artist, but I haven't seen them on my video feed in a while, which sucks because I don't remember their username and I haven't seen them in a while. I like the aesthetic of stars, so I added a yellow look I made the yellow to make it look like stars more by adding little bits of them. To me, she is very experimental. I'm trying new things with her. And I even gave her makeup because I haven't tried that with my other OCs. Yes, I know water might mess up her makeup, but for this reference photo, we're just gonna imagine it was like a photo day and not a work day, because no one's gonna wear mascara to a beach day. And piercings too. Oh, I forgot I gave her it. So the OG color was gonna be pink, but I wanted to be like more vivid to my eyes because my seeing sucks. So I added yellow. After I was done coloring, I was like, she's kind of a bit dry. So I added like a brownish pink layer on top and like turned it to like 25% opacity. And I put on color dodge. I cleaned her up with another layer and she was like pretty much done. Like I just needed to use my brush to clean it up. Anyways, that's all of the commentary I could fit in this video because oh my god, I did talk a lot. As per usual, for references I add a square that has all of the colors of the characters, optional colors, and sometimes the name, but I haven't figured out the name for this character, so I named her Kylopsis, obviously, because what am I supposed to name my character?